Hey, what's up guys, Max 2015, welcome back to another really late night playing session, I guess we can call it. And I mean really late because it's just a few minutes shy of 4 o'clock in the morning. I was not planning on recording tonight at all. I was just playing in the room. But then, you know, some of these attacks turned out to be pretty decent, so I thought maybe I should just put those up for you guys to share with you. So big announcement. First of all, I made it to 1400 victory points. Woohoo! So that's another big milestone. I wish, and we made it to Marshal 1. Yeah, rank Marshal 1 with 1400 victory points. I know I'm gonna drop, you know, first thing in the morning, but you know, from now on we'll just keep on trying again and hopefully keep on climbing just a little bit more. So there's still a couple of bases in here, but this one, for the life of me, I just can't beat him. I've tried so many times where I got to the point that I can't even attack him anymore. So anyways, that was really frustrating. It's been a pretty long night. That's why it's so late at night. I have been trying and I've just been pretty unsuccessful. And you can see all the times I've tried this base here. I've tried with almost every troop comp I know, with CRZM, I tried with TRM, I think I tried him with Heavy Zuka, almost anything. I just can't beat him. But anyways, I'll show you the bases that I did manage to beat. Starting with this first base here was a corner base, 4 ice statues, all 4 of them boosted. I used Heavy Zuka. The only tricky part was this laser beam in here. So that you just have to be very careful when you have a laser beam and you're using Zukas, because one blast from it will just cream a whole row of your Zukas. So you just have to be careful, especially when you're using Heavy Zuka. You're fully relying on the Zukas to do all the damage. So, you know, it did take me 2 tries, this particular base. The first try I made the mistake of throwing critters, and the critters happened to be within the range of the laser beam, so that thing just fired up and just burned a whole ton of my Zukas, and I wasn't able to finish off the HQ. So this time I did not throw critters, or I think I did, but I did it very carefully towards the very end, and you'll see when they come off. So smoke them to the corner, you know, pretty classic. We've done this about 100 times already, if not more. Reflare to the corner, flare to the residence. Is that the first one? Yeah, I think this was the first attack that I failed. Is it? I think it is. Yeah, and then I had to shock it. Oh, okay, so this was the first attack. I thought I was playing the successful one. Anyways, let's just go a little quicker. And you'll see I threw some more critters. All the troops were actually out of range of the laser beam. It's just that I made the mistake in the beginning there, which really cost me because I only had a small pocket of Zukas. And see, I only had a couple of heavies left in there, and I can probably slow it down. Well, I don't need to slow it down. You can see, look, I lost all of my Zukas, and look at the health of the HQ, just shy of, you know, winning it. So that really sucked. Was that this base? This base. Oh, so this was the next attack, and this was a successful one. So everything was exactly the same up until when the smoke was about to clear. So we can just fast forward to that part. Once they get to the corner here, then we can slow it down a little bit. Let the troops gather. Reflare as the first flare is about to run out. Go to the residence, and then just shock around. I don't think. Oh, I threw critters, but way up in the top. I was making sure that the critters would be out of range of the laser beam, and you can see it didn't fire up, so that was pretty good. And now you can tell I had a ton of Zukas blasting at that shield, and you'll see it come down really quickly. Now that all the defenses around the HQ are burnt, yeah, they're all down. Look at that shield, it's just wearing out so quickly. And then once the shield went down, look at the health of the HQ itself. It just went down super fast. So, you know, that should have been pretty easy. It was actually kind of easy. I just made a big mistake in the first attack. So, you know, I just make the corrections for the second one. So that one was pretty successful. This one was the first base I wanted to show. It was a TRM base, not a double shield, sorry. Corner base with another laser beam, 5 ice statues, masterpieces boosted. We can go 2 times the speed. So just put all the tanks, use critters to distract all the single shots in the front. I dumped some of my gunboat energy in the back. You'll see it in there. Try to take out the 1-shot launcher. Throw some critters to distract the boom cannon. This actually worked out really well, surprisingly. Try to take out the boom cannon all the way behind the HQ. I still have my rifles. Keep in mind that I still haven't deployed them. So I flared them to the left there, and then you'll start seeing the rifles come down really soon. So a second flare. Oh, we finished out the boom cannon on the corner. There was an artillery. I don't know if you guys saw it flying by. Where are the rifles? There, they're coming. Maybe I kind of deploy them a little bit late, but it didn't matter. I was still able to win it, so that was still pretty good. I only took one try. Right here, that boom cannon in the front took a couple of shots, but right there, the rifles got in right on time to absorb the shots of the last remaining boom cannons in there. So while they were doing all of that, you know, the tanks were racking up a lot of gunboat energy, which I was saving, and you can see one shot in the bottom boom cannon there. And I wasn't too sure if I was going to have to take out the boom cannon or if that thing was going to be within range. So what we did was just flare them straight to the shot launcher and kind of prayed a little bit. Once I took him out, I was completely out of gunboat energy. So I was just relying on those 4 tanks. The only good thing is that I did manage to take down the shield generator, so the HQ on its own was kind of exposed. So I didn't need too many tanks. And you can see 3 tanks were able to finish off the base. So, you know, it kind of cut a little bit close, but, you know, we still managed to beat it, which was pretty great. So that was a corner base. You don't see a lot of those nowadays. I think we showed this one, yes. And then a ton of fails until we managed to get one winner here. So this one surprisingly was also pretty easy. I don't know why. Another corner base with a laser beam, 5 ice statues, all 5 of them boosted. Yeah, so dump all my gunboat energy on that boom cannon and the shot launcher in the middle there. You know, it's all about placement. The placement of the defenses that can, you know, completely ruin your raid. And like you guys saw that base that I attacked so many times before, it was the position of his little cannons that kind of got me every single time. So that was a pretty sick layout. Right there, you can see the rifles walking a really nice line towards the left side. I still have all of my tanks, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I lost 1 or 2, but I still have most of them. Once we got to this point, you know, I had a lot of tanks. All the rifles were starting to walk in front of them, so they were starting to take all the shots from the cannons, the boom cannons. I didn't have to shock the flamethrower and the laser beam because, you know, they would have finished off all my rifles really quickly. Threw some critters because I ran out of rifles, so the critters would do the same job, just absorb the big shots from the boom cannons. Right there, I was lucky that the cannons were close enough, so I was able to shock both of them together. And then I threw a last one towards the shock in the back there. Flare straight to the boom cannon, make sure that we're all gone. I wasn't too concerned with the mortars. They do a lot of damage, but, you know, the tanks can take a couple of mortar shells, so that was fine. And then flare straight to the shot launcher. And once there, you can see this time I had a ton more tanks, so they were able to take him out. It was 5 fully boosted statues, so to my own surprise, it actually worked out really well. The last base here, this is the one base why I decided to make this video, because this was like the creme de la creme for me tonight. It was a Allure. It's a popular name. I've seen him somewhere before. He was rocking 10 ice statues, a full 10 ice statues, 4 of them boosted. I know not all of them were boosted, but still, that's a lot of ice. Come on, you have to give me some credit for that, right? So anyway, and I got him on the second shot. I think the first shot was just all gunboat energy. Second shot was typical TRM. Put down all the rifles, put down all the tanks behind them. I dumped all of my gunboat energy on the shot launcher and the boom cannon right over here, and let my troops advance. I was a little hesitant about this cluster of cannons in here, but you'll see how we dealt with that later. Put some critters that kind of helped, so it really bought the tanks some time. So these 2 little tanks were doing damage in there. I had to let my tanks move in, shock that shot launcher because the boom cannon behind it was within range already. Right there. Cover those tanks down here with smoke. So there was a lot going on. You have to really pay attention to where your troops are. Try to protect the ones that you can. So there were 3 spots where I had to keep my eyes on, so that was a little confusing. Once the shot launchers were down, flare to the bottom there, let them gather some gunboat energy, and I had to throw a shock to those 2 cannons in there. You'll see it in a second. Right there. The good thing about this particular base is, again, the boom cannons, you can see they're about 2 squares away from the HQ, which meant that I didn't have to destroy all of them. I only had to deal with 3. I could leave 1, so I decided to leave this one on the bottom right, in the upper right corner. Alright, so let them take off that shield. Man, they take forever because those shields have a lot of health. But once it went down, hug that wall like my friend Gas says. You know, flare up there. Plus, there were a whole bunch of economy buildings. There were six buildings in there, so you know you can't waste that gunboat energy. My biggest concern here was time, of course, because rocking 10 ice statues and the tanks being as slow as they are, you never know how much time you were going to need. So right there, I shocked the boom cannon just as it was about to turn. Flare straight to it. Make sure we took that one down as soon as possible. I think that was the last shock I had right there. Okay. Then let the tanks clear out the rest of the defenses. That sniper tower was very pesky in there. So I had to throw some critters to hopefully not lose any more tanks, because for every tank that you lose, you're just risking, you know, requiring more and more time to take down the HQ. Right there, I threw those critters just for that one boom mine because I was scared of losing any more tanks. You can tell the HQ still has half of its health. The shield has half of health, and I only had a minute and 20 seconds left in there, so I wasn't too sure if I was gonna have time. Luckily, the boom cannon was, like I said, as I expected, out of range. So there was only the one rocket launcher laying down on us. I had, I think, 3 medics or 4 medics still somewhere. You can kind of see them in the cluster. So kind of like trying to heal back up the damage from the rocket launcher. But, you know, and at one point I was telling myself, nah, it's not gonna come down. Look, there's 53 seconds left. There's still a lot of shield left and the entire health of the HQ on itself. So I wasn't too sure I was gonna be able to take him down. But we can go a little bit quicker actually. And as I was just there sitting watching the clock ticking down, there was nothing I could have done. But actually, I think we beat this base with just about 2 seconds left, so that was actually pretty good. They could have taken another extra shot if I needed it. But right there, I even threw a med kit, and that's, you know, 10 nice statues. I think this is the very first time I have ever in my 2 years of playing Boom Beach that I take fully boosted, not fully boosted, full 10 ice statue lineup. So that was pretty sweet. So those were the major replays I wanted to show with you guys. This guy I also attacked so many times. He's the global number 7, 8, something like that. Like I said in the previous video, everybody in my map now is in the global leaderboard, so I kind of stopped keeping track of what ranking they are. I do want to take this guy out because I'd like to add an extra 2 victory points to my 1400 count, but he's been online the whole time. See, and I think he knows I want to attack him. So, but this is a pretty easy base. I mean, it's a corner base again with a laser beam. Actually, I have to take back what I said at the very beginning of this video, because I said you don't see that much, but in this video alone, I'm showing you 3 bases that are corner layout with 1 shield and a laser beam. So I take back what I said. It seems like a pretty common layout now. Anyhow, this base only has 4 ice statues, so if I manage to take out the one with 5, there should be no reason why I can't take out 4. At least that's what I'm thinking. But like I said, positioning of buildings it's key. I think I can skip this one boom cannon altogether if I kind of walk the troops towards the left side, hugging the left wall, take out the shield on the top, and then work my way up from the top. So I only have to deal with the remaining 4 boom cannons, which is, you know, if you can skip 1 cannon, it makes a big difference. So, but you know, I mean, look at his troops. He has no troops. He needs to get off. I would have loved to try to show you guys that live, but unfortunately I can't. And this guy here, I'll show you. I didn't show you his layout, but he has 6 ice statues, 4 of them boosted, and I already maxed out my chances of trying him today. I just can't figure him out. Probably I'm having one of those brain farts, you know. Every night there's always that one base that you just can't beat. There's another base down here that has some silly ice boost, I think. 9 ice statues. But the difference is that this one has a shock blaster, and shock blasters are too deadly for tanks. So I'm not even going to stress myself going for him. I'm just going to skip him and switch him out tomorrow. So, well, unfortunately, I think that's it, guys. I don't have much to show you. I really wish I could attack this P2541, but unfortunately, not going to be able to do that today. I'll definitely take him out tomorrow. Oh, I already lost my ranking. Man, that sucks. That's exactly why I wanted to get the extra 2 victory points. So something spawned. It's just Just an NPC. I'll take it up. I know it's just an NPC, but for the sake of ending, I don't want to end this video under 1400 victory points, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to name this episode I made it to 1400 victory points. So I'm not going to let it end up at 1399. That's just wrong. We'll just take him off really quickly. I mean, I am still boosted, so my troops should be able to walk around this base. Almost right there. Let's just go straight for the HQ. We'll just finish that off quickly. Alright. And this is the annoying part. Every time I hit one of these little ranking milestones, you see that the screen kind of freezes, and then it takes a few seconds to tell me what ranking I'm at. So for a week or two now, I'm going to be seeing this message. Look at that. See, it freezes right there. Look at that victory point. Oh, there it goes. And then I've been in. Congratulations, I've been promoted. I kind of wish they could fix that so it doesn't pop out every single time, but anyways, that's besides the point. Alright guys, so that's it for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the replays. I really enjoyed that 10 ice, boosted ice, 10 ice base. It's not 10 boosted ice, 10 ice base, 10 ice statues base. Alright, I'm gonna stop laughing because it's really late. I really need to get some sleep. So I hope to see you guys tonight. When am I gonna post this video? I'm gonna post it in the morning. Alright, I'll see you guys next time, guys. Keep on booming and take care. Bye.